Hello there. Following on from a wet summer of 2012 and a wet start to autumn, the Environment Agency are now warning that many of us could be at a higher risk of flooding as we head through the rest of autumn and the winter months as well. Now, if we cast our minds back to the last two winters, well, temperatures were around about average, in fact, nothing record-breaking, but both the last two winters were very dry, particularly in southern and eastern parts of the UK. Last winter, for instance, towards the north and west, we had over 120% of the expected amount of rainfall. Compare that to further south and east, where it was under 75% of the average amounts of rainfall that we'd expect to see falling throughout the winter months. So back at the start of this year, that left us in a drought situation across parts of the southeast of England and East Anglia. Widespread hosepipe bans, for instance, but things changed dramatically as we headed through the rest of spring and summer too. It was the wettest ever April to June on record, the wettest June in 100 years, and that was followed by plenty of wet weather in July and October as well. So that means now the soil is holding quite a lot of moisture, especially in these areas towards the southwest of England, Wales, northwest England, western Scotland and the northwestern half of Northern Ireland. Now, these are the areas that are going to be most at risk of flooding for the coming few weeks and months, but we couldn't rule out flooding elsewhere if we do see heavy rain, and that's because levels are high in rivers and in groundwater supplies as well. And in fact, the outlook for the rest of November is for us to stay with a fairly unsettled spell of weather. There will be some heavy rain at times, some drier interludes, and for all of us, well, temperatures are likely to stay a little below what we would expect for this time of year. So that's how it's looking. If you're concerned about flooding in your region, keep your eyes on the BBC weather site. We'll have all the latest weather warnings and flood warnings right there. Bye-bye.